and we're in a different car today for the motor show because I have a late start to work today. So, it's planned, don't worry. I'm supposed to come in late, but anyway, got a few hours here this morning before I go into work, and I figured I'd have a little bit of a conversation because I had some interesting things develop last night. I had a firefight on my Facebook over censorship and over standing up and doing the right thing. Two different people. One family, one former classmate who I've had a debate with before about censorship, and his opinion is that of a pretty biased one. He likes to try to pretend like he's not biased or that he doesn't have a political alignment and that I'm arrogant and ignorant and that I'm basically attacking something that isn't there, that he simply is, and I've got him mislabeled. Of course, he does the same thing to me, so it's kind of funny how hypocritical the kid is. But, so, the topic came up about censorship. And this has happened once before with this person, this former classmate. We had this conversation, and for the longest time I was always trying to convince people like him that the monopoly is censoring the side it doesn't like. It took me forever to point this out to people. I mean, I had countless examples. It's happened to me myself. That was the last conversation I had with this person before this, was I had something get censored on my page, and he tried to tell me, oh, that's not happening. You're not being censored. Of course, you know, the moment that I bring up something like Alex Jones, he says, well, I'm glad he's being censored. Brings up that great leftist goalpost, you know, that great infinitely moving goalpost that you can never win the argument because, oh, you know, there's no censorship happening. Oh, well, that's what we're talking about? Well, I'm glad he's censored. Not really a good argument there. So that was kind of the context of the last conversation. In this conversation, the argument became that I'm an idiot for attacking Facebook for censoring people like Paul Joseph Watson and myself and countless others because we all signed a contract and that's just the way things are. If we don't like it, get off Facebook. This argument is sort of true in a way because, yeah, there's a contract out there. Yes, we signed it. Yes, we didn't really sign anything. We hit I agree. You know, there's no signature on anything. So, and yeah, the service is free. So by hitting I agree, I guess, in a way, yeah, you agree. You agree to this contract. But that doesn't mean that they're above scrutiny. It really doesn't. I mean, if that was the case, you'd never hear anything against any other corporation ever. Think of all the countless times that you've heard people speak out about Walmart. Well, they signed a contract. They can't say anything. They have no voice now because they signed a contract. The contract says. Contract says. Seriously? If the contract is all it takes for you to sign away your rights, then we got a serious problem and we need to stop it. Contracts don't put you above scrutiny. I'm sorry. Even if you do sign a contract that says you have no freedom of speech here, we can censor whatever the hell we want, it doesn't put you above scrutiny. Of course not. You can still be scrutinized against. And like I said, people do it all the time. They do it with the fast food industry, they do it with Walmart, they do it everywhere. Those people sign contracts. So why do they work there if they don't like it? Why do they shop there if they don't like it? Because it's a monopoly. Where else are you going to go to get cheap-ass groceries and cheap-ass clothes? Most people go to Walmart. Now they're going to Amazon. Monopolies. That's the problem with monopolies. They get control and they create an Orwellian future for us all. So you're damn right I'm going to point it out from time to time. I mean, you'd be an idiot not to. Another family member, the family member on my side, he's telling me that's, you know, that I need to run for office. So this is the thing, you're telling me basically to stop bitching and run for office. And here's the thing with that, is that you can't really win in this political climate. I mean, he's tried to run for office. It's not working out. It never works out. Because there's too many people with corrupt moral values. There's too many people who don't care. And that was the entire point to my post, was pointing this out. I'm not stupid enough to believe that by pointing it out, I'm going to change the company. Okay, that's never been the goal. The company is a satellite. And what I mean by that is they look bad. When they censor you, they look bad. They get bad PR. And then people bitch about it, they point it out, and they use the company's bad decisions as momentum for taking them down. The more the company censors somebody, the worse they look. That's using your enemy's momentum to put them down. That's all it is. It's judo. That's what it is. It's basically, it's political judo. I'm simply using the momentum of the company to destroy them. I'm trying to raise awareness. I'm not going to run for office when I have no base. There's no point to run for office when people don't have any morality. You need to restore morality before you can run for office. Change happens at a smaller level. It doesn't happen by me just catapulting myself into office and saying I want to fix everything. I'm trying to have an intellectual conversation. Yes, I swear from time to time because I get pissed off. So what? Doesn't make the point mute. It doesn't. This is the thing. I do this with debating too. This is one of my tactics. I like to go into debates with people that have absolutely retarded opinions, absolutely crazy socialist ideals, and I like to challenge them. Not because I'm going to win that debate. There's no way. People like my neighbor, they're not going to stop being a crazy ass. They're just going to scream louder and louder. And that's the thing. They look bad. I've been censored before. I've caught people deleting comments when I beat them in an argument. That looks bad. I use that. It's not really ad hominem when they're doing it to themselves. They're destroying their own character. That's the point. So yeah, I'm coming up to a spot. I actually do have a place I'm heading to this morning, so it's not just an aimless ride. I'm actually using my time to do multiple things here. So I'll come right back in a second. Alright guys, so that's basically the context of my whole rant. Just kind of like a defense, I guess, and a sort of a elaboration of things. You know, we got a lot of problems with censorship in the Hive right now, and it's really important. I mean, you're not gonna change the nature of the beast, okay? You're not gonna change YouTube, you're not gonna change Facebook, unless you cause a big enough wave, excuse me. You cause a big enough wave and enough people wake up and they might get weak at the knees. I mean, I've seen this happen before. I've seen videos get taken down from people like Mark Dice, and then enough people start shouting at YouTube, hey, what the hell are you doing? Put the video back up. And all of a sudden the video comes back up, you know? YouTube will issue these fake apologies about how it was just a mistake and stuff. I mean, Mark Dice has a couple videos in which he exposed YouTube doing this. Oh, we didn't mean for that to happen. We didn't know. Of course they knew. It's just that enough people made a stink about it, and then there you go. They changed their tune slightly. That's the whole point, is that we have the power. I mean, that was the whole point to my first post that I made that started this big firefight the other day, was that we have the power and we should use it. Getting people to care about, you know, politics is the first step. It's not catapulting yourself into a leadership position, because if you don't have a base, it's pointless. You know, you got to have enough people that say, yeah, this is important to me. I want to change the world as well, you know. That's why I make these videos. It's why at the end of every video I say that if I'm not doing a very good job, that you guys need to get out there and do a better job than me. Go ahead and best me, or give me some tips. You know, that's what I always say. Either give me tips or make better videos. So, as far as, you know, changing the world, again, it's all about being at the smaller levels first. You gotta have a strong base. You gotta work on the foundation. This issue that happened with YouTube, I mean, not YouTube, Google, and the person who left Google, who got kicked out, got publicly shamed, that doesn't look good on Google. Google had this double standard that men and women are the same, and yet we need diversity. Well, how the hell can you have diversity if men and women are the same? If everybody's exactly the same? If every race is exactly the same, then you can't have diversity. but they're telling us that diversity is our strength as well. That's what this guy, one of the reasons this guy wrote this 10-page paper, it's not the only reason, but it's one of them, was to expose that Google is stupid. And what do? They try and censor it. Well, of course there's going to be an outrage. He goes on a show. I mean, what are you going to say to the guy? Well, you signed a contract, so, you know, you don't have an opinion. Contracts don't waiver opinion. Contracts don't waiver conditions. I mean, you can't work for a company. If a company tells you that it's in your contract to follow everything we say, and all of a sudden one day they tell you to break the law, are you going to follow the contract, or are you going to give them the finger and then publicly shame them? Most people are going to give them the finger and leave the company because they're breaking the law. And this has happened before. It happens with unions. I have a friend who his dad worked for a union, and they asked him to break the law. And they told him that we'll cover for you. Really corrupt shit. This was, I think, in the early 2000s. Not exactly sure. I didn't really know too much about it, but I know that it's happened before. So, I mean, contracts don't waiver integrity. They can try to kind of, you know, arrange it so that it sort of waivers the integrity, like they've done with Facebook here. Oh, we have the right to censor whatever we want and mark it with whatever you post. But at the end of the day, we still have the power. So by pointing out where they're censoring us, by pointing out that there's integrity issues, we're hopefully causing enough of a rift here, enough of a wave to wake people up. That's the whole point of my posts. So yeah, no reason for a big firefight over that, because most people can agree that we had the power. Most people can agree with that notion. It's not really something that, you know, I expected to get an argument from people, but I did. And I got an argument against why I debate people as well. It's kind of frustrating. So anyway, that's my video. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for taking the ride with me. If you liked it, subscribe. If you don't, you know what to do. You can follow me on Twitter at motor_show1776. Thanks for taking the ride, and until next time, take it easy.